Okay, good morning, everyone. This is actually the first time I'll be doing a live stream at the middle of the night. Over here in Nigeria, West Africa, is about 10 minutes past 2 a.m. It's just because I couldn't just sleep over this particular incident that I came across, and it's been really, really, really touchy. Two different incidents that I experienced all in 1 week. And as I speak with you, the thoughts just kept coming. To start with, I'm Dial Setro by name, and what I do on this channel, myself and my wife, what we do on this channel is probably we travels to places, we see people that, especially youths that are going through turbulent time, going through challenging moments. We see how we can transform their life by empowering them. So last this past week, I was privileged to be at a particular place, at a particular market. So while I was trying to purchase some few things from the market, there was this little baby that was rushed in to uh, one of these local women that sell herbs that they use in treating infections, treating diseases and the like. So the baby was almost dead. In short, the baby was dying. The baby should be about 1 year plus or maximum of 2 years, a boy, and the baby was gasping for air. The the heartbeat was, like oscillating. And I really couldn't fathom it. I couldn't stand looking at that baby in the hands of the mother. Now, to make the matter worse, because I was overhearing everything they were saying, the local women, the local woman that is in charge of that medicine store, asked them to pay, I think, 2,500 naira. And lo and behold, the mother doesn't have a dime. The person that came with her, another lady, did not have a dime, just 2,500 naira. That should be about, that should be that's less than $10. So, listen, the story is not, we are not soliciting for help for any of them, but just listen to the story. That should be about $6 or so. I was listening to them now and I was watching. Then they said, when it was time for them to pay, they said they would like to go and source for the money. That was when I held myself. Source for 2,500 naira to treat a dying baby. I just rushed down there. I said, please, this one that you are going to look for, this baby is dying. And I'm sure that it's because they did not have money. That's why they couldn't rush the baby to the hospital on time. So, to cut the long story short, I was able to make transfer to the medicine seller, and I'm telling you live. But the because of the way the whole thing was, I couldn't bring out my phone to video because no, it was an emotional moment. It's not a moment that I could say I want to bring out phone because it doesn't even make sense to me. But even if I see anybody bringing out phone to record that, I would be so disgusted. So I paid 2005 for that, and I gave the parents 1,500 to go and get food for the baby because the baby was looking deeply emaciated. That's not the painful part. You know, immediately they administer the medicine. I'm talking of, wow, immediately they administer the medicine on this little baby's mouth, and I was so shocked. All of a sudden, the heart that was oscillating like this, everything stopped, and the baby started sleeping. The mom shouted that that the baby has not been sleeping for the past how many days. They were so happy. But as they were happy, I was crying within me. I was crying within me. I told them, I said, do you know why I just decided to help? It's not because I have all the monies in the world, but the reason why I decided to do what I did, I brought up my account. I showed them how much I transferred, and I showed them the balance so that they will know that it's not as if maybe I have all, all the monies in the world. They were shocked when they saw that out of the little that I have, I brought out 4,000 to help them get the drug and give them 1,500 extra to feed the baby. Now told them the reason why I was able to feel empathy, to have empathy for them, was because last year, June 17, I lost a baby like that. And I don't want to see people losing their baby, no matter what, if I'm around. But it kept on bothering me that how in this world did we get to this point? There's no medical care that parents can easily rush their children to, their babies to. Let's even give them this care, save lives before we start talking about money. I was to be sincere, I was happy that I was able to save the baby, but I was crying because I was feeling if these parents had this money, they would have done it, but they didn't have the money and they were ready to go with the baby to start searching for the money, and the baby would have just died immediately. But I tell you, because the story is so painful, mixed with, I don't want to say it's joy and pain, but it's just a story that has kept me awake for some time now. You know why I'm awake today that I couldn't sleep was that few days later, because I left, I didn't collect their contact. I just wanted to be sure that the baby is okay. I now reached out to the lady that sold them the medicine that our foundation would like to see how to help that woman get a job so that she can have money to she can work for money. I don't believe in people just collecting, begging for money. I believe in letting them work. But a lot of people are willing to work, but they do not have the support to get a job. That's mostly what happens here in Africa and some other part of the world. That was where I got the greatest shock that the baby died some days later. When I heard that the baby died some days later, I couldn't believe myself. Okay, I think Timmy Edward is saying something. Hello, Timmy. Timmy, hi. You said my channel. Okay, let me try and see. Maybe I did something wrong. Okay, is my face showing now? Timmy, kindly let me know if my face is showing now. Okay, so that was, it was so pathetic. It was so painful, but I tried my best. I tried to save that little boy of about 2 years, but I just guess maybe it was just his time, or maybe not his time. Maybe it was brought in too late. The picture of that little boy kept on coming through my mind. I've been like, how I wish I got to know earlier. Maybe we would have been able to save the boy. I just couldn't continue with conversation because I was this close. I wanted to save that boy from dying. I thought I would, but a few days later, and the boy was gone. I couldn't even hold a conversation with the family. I just, I just didn't go further, asking for the contacts of the parents because I thought I would have been able to help the mother get a job, at least to take care of the feeding of that little boy. So that was exactly the first incident that happened. So the second incident that happened, that was another kind of, I think I should be able to play the video. A lot is happening in the world, and sometimes we can only thank God to be alive because a lot is happening in this our little world. There is a video I'm going to show you. I, just like this past week has been so challenging and interesting, mixed feeling. Because I would have been very happy. I would have been able to come here and say, "Yay, we saved this boy's life," and probably we can even take over some medical bills for the boy to get back into shape. But we lost that boy, and it was painful. How I wish we got to know about the family before then. So the second story was actually some days later. I was I went out to get some things. So I saw this. I don't know how to pronounce this well, but let me just try. I saw this young man, a cripple, if that's the right way, or an handicap guy, a cripple. People that walk on people whose leg are not able to carry them. So they walk barely with their hands on the floor, and they try to help propel themselves. So I saw this young boy, this young man. I think his age is around 20 something, 24. I saw him behind the jeep, and the jeep was trying to reverse. I screamed because I was so scared that the person in the jeep might not know that there is a human being at the back. The person in the jeep might not know that there is a human being at the back of his car, so that he wouldn't run him over. I just rushed, I shouted, somebody's at the back, somebody is at the back. So the guy just quickly hurried out of the back of the jeep, and I was very happy that at least this one is safe. So while this was going on, something just told me that why not? Why? Because I saw the guy was actually begging. In Africa, here we call them beggars. So he was begging for money. I looked at him. This boy is looking good. This boy's this boy's face looks a little bit, at least a little bit clean. Why? I looked at the situation. I said, he has both ends. The challenge is just with the legs, okay? Because the legs are already showing dried out. You know how it is. So I said, let me walk up to this guy. And I called him. I said, come, if you see work to do, will you work? The guy looked at me. I said, yes. He said, what would you like to do? Because that's actually how I used to ask people, all these youths that we helped. I asked them, what would they like to do? So I asked him, what would you like to do if you have the opportunity? He said, computer training. I said, what? Computer training? Why computer training? That was where this young man started saying that he knows computer. I said, you know computer. Mind you, he's from the north. I'm from the western part of Nigeria. He's from the northern part of Nigeria. So when he told me that he knows computer, I said, what do you know in computer? He was mentioning Excel, Microsoft Office. I was like, what? Someone that millions of people would have bypassed, thousands of people would have bypassed. Maybe only few will just remember to give him a couple of change under the sun, under the rain. It was even raining that day before I stepped out. Can you imagine how that young boy would have been living his life? So when I uh, asked him, and he told me that he would like computer training, I said, so if you get somebody to pay for your training, will you attend the classes? He said, yes. That even he's a diploma student. That was when I said, that is a diploma graduate. I said, I just held my head. You are what? Diploma? No longer, no wonder his spoken English was a little bit okay. At least I can hear what he's saying, he can hear me. And he wasn't pitying himself. That's what even got me more interested. He wasn't pitying, there was no pity party, those blah 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 stuff. I will play you his video. Immediately I brought out my camera to record the conversation, because I never knew, you might never know if you get to meet him again. So I did this thing. So immediately I told him that I should go and look for where he's going to train, that there is a foundation. And I told him about our foundation, Cetrus Foundation, that we can help pay for his training in computer, you know, because I asked him, what do you want to do with the computer? I said, graphic design and the likes. So I was so happy that, oh, this young boy, despite his physically challenged, he is thinking all right. So I asked him to go and get the place. So we were to meet up the following day where he will get trained. Because my mission was to assist the guy to get the training through the foundation. And when he's done, even while he starts, by the time he starts the training, we are going to buy him a laptop so that he can use for his work. And I was also thinking that such what's it called, physically challenged person like that, maybe if he's of a good character, because I always believe in both your skill and your good character. If you have not of good character, if you don't have values, you can't work with me. We can't tangle together. So I was thinking that if he's of a good character, by the time we monitor him for the 6 months training that he's going for, at the end of the day, maybe the foundation can even use him, can even employ him as part of the trainers that will be helping to train our youth. And I know, the impact of that is going to be massive because it will increase the self-worth, self-confidence, that people can actually love him the way he is and help him. Whoa, Stacy. How are you, Stacy? Tammy Edwards. Okay. Okay. Tammy, can you see my face now? Okay. So when I saw that, let me play you the video of how I met with this young boy. I hope the video is downloaded already. This, okay, I think the video is ready to go.
A friend's place, and I met this young guy. He's a friend. As you can see, his name is, okay, let him talk.
Sani Muhammad Ibrahim
Okay,
from Bauchi.
okay.
Yes.
Sonny Muhammad Ibrahim is from Bauchi, the northern part of Nigeria, and he happens to be a little bit challenged. When I mean challenged, I will show you a little bit about him. I saw him begging for money, but I don't think he's the best way. We cannot just leave him like this. And since I know that the foundation can help a guy like this, so I'm doing this video because I've asked him to go and look for a place where the foundation can pay for his training, because I don't believe that so far you are still living, you can still work. So as a result of this, we are going to be picking him up for training. So I've asked him to go and look for a place around his house, around his place. He stays at Idia. Where do you stay, please?
Idiaraba, Mushi local government.
Okay. And you know the funniest stuff is that he's full of life, he's happy with himself, and when I asked him what he wants to do, he was very fast and quick about it. He said he's going to do, I don't want to put word in his mouth. What did you tell me that you want to learn?
Computer training.
He said he wants to learn computer training, and when I saw him talking, he was talking very, very well, as in he can really express himself in English. And he said he's a diploma student, that he has a diploma.
Yes. Social administration.
Special administration. Social administration. Okay, which school?
SDI.
SDI. Where is SDI?
Social Development Institute.
Social Development Institute. Where is that?
At Bauchi.
At Bauchi. So we have a Bauchi friend here in Lagos. We can't leave this guy like this because I'm just so happy. He's full of confidence. He's full of life. He's single. He's just 24 years old, and will not allow his medical or leg condition to debar him of achieving his dream. After all, that's what Cetrus Foundation is all about, helping the African youth, no matter the challenges they are going through, to keep fit and be happy with themselves, and to be able to feed themselves, because we are in a country that nobody cares about us. So we should just be caring about each other. So it's going to do the registration tomorrow, and I'll brief you about the latest about it. So my brother, what do you have to say to everyone over there?
Thank you very much for that. Thank you. I'm very happy to see you for that.
Okay, it's not Oga, it's not me. It's about the foundation. It's called Cetrus Foundation. Say it.
Okay, Cetrus Foundation.
Cetrus Foundation.
Cetrus Foundation.
You can imagine. See the
Thank
way it's
you.
pronounced.
Thank
This guy will be very brilliant at that. And I can tell you that the foundation will really help you to achieve your dream. So, my brother,
God
I
bless
just
you.
feel like talking.
Thank you.
I just feel like hugging him. I'm so happy.
Thank
Oh
you.
my goodness. I'm so blessed.
Thank
So,
you.
So that was the video I that was the video I took with him. I recorded that video right on the street when I met this young man, and I've just been okay. Game arm to me. Okay, okay, we log on soon. Okay, that will be fine. So that was the second experience I had last week, and I was like, wow, this this is did I say okay? This was few days ago. Yeah. So I was like, wow, this is highly interesting. Let me just see how it turns out so that we can help this guy. Is physically challenged. Let me play you the second video where you see what I'm talking about, the kind of motion challenge he has on his leg. So I asked him to walk.
so it's not that he's pretending. You can see his condition. We can't leave him like this. This is a graduate, a diploma student. So we can't leave him like this. We are here to support one another. And regardless of the location, regardless of tribe, regardless of religion, regardless of whether it's a northerner or westerner, we are all one Nigeria. We should love each other. We should not be just fighting each other. Thank you.
So that was actually it. I I when I saw that boy's condition, I remember to thank God more, because sometimes when you have everything, every part of your body complete, you might not really know what God is doing for you. Wow, wow, wow! Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you so much for this donation. Thank you so much. We are so glad for this support. This is really, really wonderful. Thank you so much, Stacy. So, like I was saying, it's just as in when I look at this boy's condition, I was just like, I should just thank God, because you and I, we can walk on our two legs. We can, you know, we don't need to up on one leg. We don't need to be using our hands to walk. So we should just be thankful to God, because God is merciful. God is wonderful. He's just mercy. He's just mercy. And when I look at his condition, it might have been one of these polio, meningitis, or what have you, that would have caused this. Though I didn't want, based on the fact that it's the first time I'm meeting with him, I didn't want to start asking him all those questions. I didn't want to start, oh, I hope it helps some. This is this will really help. It will help a lot. It will help a lot. We are really grateful. We are really grateful. Stacy Pruitt, we really, really appreciate this. This, yeah, this will really help a lot. We really appreciate you for this support. And to all of you that have been helping us to support this youth, we are so, so, so grateful. We are so, so, so grateful. You might never know what this little amount of support that you call it is doing for our youth here in Africa. We are really, 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 really grateful. Really. So, and I looked at the boy. He wasn't, you can see how lively he is. You can see how happy he is. He's not. Even when I asked him to walk, even when I asked him to walk, he wasn't pitying himself. You can see the smiles on his face. You can see the smiles on his face. You can see that the leg has thinned out and all those stuff. You can see the laps are dried. But he's grateful to God that he's alive. And so I just saw that he doesn't need pity. The only challenge I have is that I'll be very, very, oh, so sorry. I'm doing this video at the middle of the night. So that's why I'm yawning. Because I couldn't sleep. When I remember these two stories, I've not been able to sleep. And I'll be so plain. Some of these people that we are trying to help, some of them come with a lot of baggages, and that's why in the with the foundation we are trying to rework their mind so that they can begin to have a balanced lifestyle. Okay. Wow, it's so nice having you, know, being me. So we are.
Yes, it's
Hello.
really hello. It's really beautiful to be on. I can't stay long, but what I want to say is what you're doing is really beautiful because in the States we have programs where people who have disabilities, there's services and there's help. Now that didn't happen just recently. I think a lot of parents had to fight for that in the 1970s and I think the 1980s. And that's something,
Mm,
a lot of our disabled communities are ignored. And especially
mm,
in countries, in our countries like Africa and the Caribbean, Latin America, because there's not a lot of resources for them. But just because they're physically disabled doesn't mean they're mentally, emotionally, psychologically incapable. And it's really beautiful that you've been blessed to meet this young man so that we can continue the help on various levels, even for the disabled in our country, and helping
yeah.
them find out things that they are really good at that we who are quote unquote able bodied can't even function to do. So everybody
Yeah.
has a function, and I think it's beautiful what that outreach, especially with the computer technology and social administration. That's basically what Facebook is. I mean, this brethren can create the whole Cetros network, the whole Cetros online school, the whole Cetros, you know what I'm saying? Social
Yeah.
connectivity and all that. So I just want to thank you. It's really beautiful. It's a great sharing. So I'll stay in the background as you stay more, but I just want people and Stacy, ones like Stacy who donated to take, I just want to say thank you because a little helps. And one day, maybe Africa, see, we complain a lot about the states, right? We do complain, oh, we're this and there's not enough this, is not enough that. But sometimes in the states, God even created this template for us to utilize internationally. We don't have to use
Mm,
everything that the states has, but we can look at templates that the state has for like disability and people who have social needs, and we in other countries can implement or copy something like that so that our social network is tight. So not everything's perfect in the United States, but not everything is broken, and some things could be utilized and be functional in other places, such as helping families with children of disability, giving them a little stipend or giving help to people like that with disabilities because they can do so much and help us so much. Thank you.
so
Thank you, veterans.
wow.
Thank you so much, Dale. And enjoy.
Oh, thank you so much, madam. Thank you so very much. And just like as I was saying, the boy is full of light. He's not pitying himself. He's not wallowing in self-pity. He's just he's just doing as in I can't just stop looking at his video. I can't just stop looking at his video because he's really, really, to me, he's really a strong boy. And as such, people like this All they need is just support, not support to be begging for money, because that's the first thing I want to clear out of your system. I'm going to be very honest with you to tell you further details about him, because I discovered that people that are used to begging, people that are used to begging, after some time, they get so used to begging that even when you try to help them, they might start having that psychological challenge of, you know, they are used to begging. And so we need to remodel their mindset. We need to rework their mindset, which is going to be part of the program I'm going to develop for this young man,
Mhm.
so that he doesn't feel like still begging. I don't want people begging around me. I want people that will own own everything that they have by hard work. I don't see him as, to me, I don't see him as challenge anymore, because the foundation is ready. I've asked him he should just go. Tomorrow I'll be meeting up with him at a particular uh, uh, place, where at a particular computer training school, where we are going to be paying for his training, and we'll monitor him, because I don't just believe that the little resources that we are managing to assist African youth, we just put it out in the hand of anybody that comes our way. No, we still want to monitor you. We'll monitor him to see that, okay, he's attending his classes, he's doing his assignment, he's submitting his assignment. By the time we see that he's attending and he's submitting, and we're getting feedback from the computer training school that is going to, okay, we can now say the next stage is for us to get him a laptop. And mind you, the other young boy that we picked up to train in the city of Ibadan, his laptop is here in Lagos. I think when early this later this morning, I'll be calling up the contact person that has helped us in getting the laptop from the UK to Nigeria, so that we can now ship the laptop to the state where the young boy is. So I'm going to bring the boy live stream so that he can also appreciate every one of us for getting him his laptop to do coding. Because I'm seriously happy with that boy from Oyo State in Ibadan. And now, this particular guy will just, I'll keep you posted. Now, what I was trying to say is that I'm going to really work on his mind so that he doesn't see begging as an option. Why am I saying this? I've experienced a situation that I tried to help a young man. It was a very funny situation. I tried to help this young man, and all of a sudden, the young man just thought like, oh, this person has a lot of money. So all he does is keeps on coming to beg for money. Got to a time that I was so used to it, he would just order me around that he's hungry, he needs so and so. I now said, what? Wait, how did we get here? That was when I that was when he saw the other side of me. The other side of me that will not work with anybody that is a beggar. Because I don't believe in begging. I believe in empowering you so that you can make your own money. You can have your own free will. It is when you are begging, and that's what is happening to Africa as a whole. They've turned the continent to a beggar my neighbor. That's why Africa does not have mouth amidst the committee of nations. I don't want to build up youth with such mentality. So that is one aspect I'm going to work on this young man. I'm going to make sure that he doesn't come with the spirit of begging. It doesn't, even when it's challenged financially, it doesn't come up with the spirit or the mindset of begging. Because when the last time I saw him, I'm being honest with every one of us because I know that character trait. There is a level to which, if you please, can you off that alarm? So sorry. There is a level at which, when you are so used to begging on the street, you just think it's a means of livelihood. So I want to cut that tail. I want to cut that mindset from him. And I can only help him to cut it by showing him that he can make better money, better means of livelihood by him working well at this computer training that we are paying for. And when it's done, we can help him secure a job that will give him respect. So I will design a program to help him do that. Okay, you know why I was saying this? When the day I saw him, I when I was through talking to him, I handed him a 1,000 naira note from my pocket, not foundation. I handed him a 1,000 naira note. Let me tell you, 1,000 naira note in Nigeria, people that begged, maybe they give them 20 naira, 10 naira. Some can even give us 5 naira, 50 naira, or 100. But I gave him a 1,000 naira note. I gave him that so that he will be able to transport himself, to look around for the best place that he can be trained in computer training that he has stated. But the following day that we were supposed to meet up, we couldn't meet. The last time I spoke with him, which was yesterday, he said something and I was not surprised. He said something that he's not feeling fine, that either he's hungry, if I can send money to him. Immediately, I gave it to him hot because it's a trait that I know when you are used to begging, it doesn't just go like that. And I think I should just let you guys know everything about this youth that we are helping. So immediately said that, I just told him, I said, excuse me, we don't do that here. The only thing we do is we pay for your training. Once we pay for your training, we even monitor you. It's not that we just pay for your training and we will start wasting resources on you. No, we pay for your training, we monitor your performance and like so. Immediately, he immediately he knew that, oh, maybe he has overstepped his boundary. But it's not a reason for us to judge him. Like I just told you, that has been a lifestyle. He's 24 years now. Who knows how many years he has been begging all his lives. And that's why we are here, to help this youth develop a new mindset that will help them and help their family and help the continent of Africa. I think, with that being said, I'm going to be wrapping up now. I'm going to be wrapping up in 2 minutes. I'm so glad. It's so nice to have newbie me here, and I really appreciate as many people that will be seeing this vlog. This did I say vlog? As many people that will be seeing this live stream, just know that this is not
Well,
okay.
thank you. Why, thank you.
I'm listening.
Yeah, thank you, Deo. I'm not going to keep you too long, but what I want to say is what you're saying about the the psychological impact and the depressions factor of people who go out to beg. It's really good
Mm,
that you want to kind of, stay, keep in touch, want to make sure that, emotionally, psychologically, because, it is kind of a factor here, even in the States, when people are in those states and they're begging, and it kind of lowers self-esteem. It really brings a very depression. And I can imagine how much more the stigma is it in Africa and other places like that. Good that you're helping with the skills, but also the emotional, psychological, and kind of lifting them up out of that, to also be that example to help others to lift up out of that depressive. What happens when poverty hits? We know how that
Mm.
is. It's really hard when, money is not a big thing. The love of money is the root of all evil. So we're not to
Yeah.
love money. We are to utilize the resources to do good, But a lot of times when we're short on resources, even that currency of resources kind of like deactivate our energetic needs. So sometimes currency or funding or resources or helps to or a place to live, because resources is beyond money, but sometimes resources and some financial stability helps to ignite, and then to share that. So I want to give thanks to that, and I don't want to keep you too long. My brother's waiting for me. We're going to a event. Shout out to A Billy Free. Hopefully you
Uh,
meet one of our partners. So I want to thank everyone online, and thank you, Deo, for just your compassion. And we'll pray for the gentleman, and we support you.
wow.
You look like you're sleepy. Yes, and try to get sleep like Stacy said. Yes, Deo, you are so hard. Get your.
Wow. Thank you so very much, Nubin Me. Thank you so much, Stacy. I really, really appreciate you guys. I want to appreciate everyone that has been following us on this channel. As you have seen this video, kindly give us likes, like our video, share our video. This week, I'll be working on how we can get our channel to 50,000 subscribers. So let's help share our channel. Ask your friends to subscribe to our channel. Ask family members to subscribe to our channel so that we can grow this channel. From myself and my family, we want to say thank you very much. I'll be doing a comprehensive video about this guy. Uh, I just felt I just have a lot of disturbance in my mind. That's why I said, let me do this live stream because I couldn't sleep on it. So thank you so very much. See you, every one of you. Bye bye.